Okay, it seems like it worked, or it worked the last time I recorded. If it doesn't work, you'll know. So yeah, today I'm drawing with 10 markers, 10 borders. Shouldn't there be 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 10 with 9 markers. But that's all right. I don't know where number 10 is, but that doesn't matter. But here we go. So we start again another drawing with the top of the head, or we don't. We do. You do whatever you want, really. Like I'm definitely gonna draw a person, and this is the first of 10 drawings. So this video may be longer. It may not. I don't really know right now. I probably think it's gonna be longer. That was the idea of doing it like this, because it could produce like drawings so fast that, you know, but I still have to be happy with them. That's the thing. Like, and I'm not bad at being happy with my drawings. I just don't really do it much. Like I just made a painting. You can't see it, but you will have seen it because it was last week's video. But I'm drawing this video the same week as I've made the other. Yeah, it's weird thinking about time when I've made videos in advance. Like I don't just make the videos when they come out, of course. But like realistically, anybody can do this, and I think this is the best way of drawing, really. Like, I'm not really an art teacher. This is kind of Bob Ross-esque, but not really as detailed or good. But let's just draw some funky looking hair. If you can see, I'm getting hair again, which is pretty wild compared to how I have been in most of my videos. Especially if you're new, you've only seen me with really short hair or no hair at all. I think that's pretty sick. It's something. I don't really know what to say about it. Because it doesn't really matter, and yet it does, I guess. And somehow it still does. And that's a bit crazy thing. I think like it's I use very much time because I can't really decide if I want to have short hair or want to have whatever hair. Like I need to switch constantly, which is not a big problem, but it's still a bit of a problem. I hope this camera angle is right for as you can see me, because if you can't, then this will be not a waste of time. I still have the drawing, but you know, I don't know if I'm gonna make one a tutorial or tutorials, because I don't think that's why people come here to see tutorials, and I don't think I'm qualified to teach. I don't think I want to either. Like, of course, if somebody asks, I will do it, but it's hard to say because I don't even know my own moves. Like, I don't follow any traditional technique of drawing a block for a face and then just moving out, and because I have circle and whatever, like I don't do anything like that. I just draw what I want, really. And I think that can also be like a problem. I think not really a problem, but a hurdle. If that's a hurdle, that's a old ass word. Like you can't really expect anything. I don't know how to. I know how to, of course. I know how to draw and paint. I do it sometimes, but I don't. I rarely use common techniques, just because I don't care to. Like, I see the thing, like why people do them. I understand, but like real life is not like that. You know, the things that I'm interested in creating. Of course, I can use the fundamentals and the proportions and stuff, and I know what looks good, and I know there's the golden ratio and all this different type of stuff, but in reality it doesn't matter. Like, if you think something looks good, even if everybody else hates it, that's good because you think it's good. Like, it's the same with this one. Maybe I like it, maybe I don't, maybe some people like it, maybe some people don't. It's not really what it's about. It's more about trying to channel whatever you want to create, like making it your creation. Like, this is my drawing, it's my easel, it's my style. And to talk about style, this finding your art style type video, I hate them because that's really not how you do it. Like, that's how you copy someone established, of course. We all get inspired from somewhere and somebody, and it's okay to be inspired, and it's okay to copy. I think copying is a great skill. Actually, it's not even just a technique; it's a skill, really, because like you can copy and then you can really good, copy better. Like, that doesn't mean you should just go out copying everybody you like, like making fakes and claiming it's your own when it's another person's gimmick or style or idea or whatever. You should definitely find your own. You should focus on finding your own. But you shouldn't let like videos tell you what to do, because this is not how it works. I think I have a pretty distinct art style of many things, but it also is a constant change, and that's also how things should be. Things should be changing every single time you draw it. You can always draw something new. Drawing the same thing over again is boring. Like, it's really boring. So there's no reason to do it unless you want to. Some people like the drawing the same thing all over again. I'm not one of those people. I don't know about you. I really. Yeah, you can write in the comments if you care to. You can like and subscribe and all that. But realistically, like, should you listen to how to find your art style videos? I don't think so. I think it's not a waste of time because they get some good, cool tips. But I don't think people are looking for their art style. They're just looking to get better. And like, for some people, they're probably looking for an art style. But I think most people would probably just be looking to get better instead of just finding an art style. Because I think for some people, it's just a skill that they like compared to their own. Like, it's not that they're bad, because nobody's bad. It just depends on what you like. And if you don't like whatever you produce and want to change art style or get better, then you should definitely just draw. Like, it's the only way to get better at drawing or painting or anything in this life, really. Is just do it over and over again until like you have the 10 hours, the 10,000 hours thing. And I don't say I believe in it as much as I respect it. I can see why 10,000 hours will make you better, like, of course. But I don't think you necessarily need 10,000 hours. I just think you need to, show up to practice every time. You get better every time you do something. Hopefully. You usually do. Like, I don't know if any of you guys go to the gym, but it's like that. You have to progressively overload yourself. So you can't just one day lift 100,000 pounds or kilos or whatever. It's like you have to start somewhere, and somebody may have more talent or something and start from a different place, but there will always come an equilibrium, a line where talent and practice meet. The guy who has talent, he goes so far, but the guy who has practice, who like has discipline and practice, he goes through the roof actually in the long run, because he sticked to his practice of getting better. So he actually got better than the guy with talent. But that's only if you stick to the practice. But it's also like, it's not about getting better than somebody else, it's about getting better than yourself. Like if you compare yourself to others, that's also stupid, especially in art. Like, I know for myself, I'm my own worst critic. Like, sometimes I just hate everything I produce, and sometimes I like some of it and I hate a lot of it. I think that's a common thing for artists, really, not even just also people, but mostly just artists. I realize, like, I see it mostly in artists and myself and creative people in general. But like, you should definitely like just stop like hating everything you produce. And I know that's hard because you want to get to a level. And as some guy I saw on TikTok, some artist dude, he's Scott Sava or something. I can't, he draws the Hobbit and characters like that every morning. Really cool dude. Very nice. You should check it out. I just can't remember his name. I just get him on the For You page. But realistically, like, he is not only, he's like one of few people who said a really cool thing about this, like hating your own art. And it's like, he still does it, and he has drawn millions of drawings because he's an older guy and he's drawn thousands of pictures. And like, yeah, he still hates some of it, but that doesn't mean he hates it all, and that doesn't mean he hates everything he produces. He's nowhere in that realm anymore, and that's because, like, he says, like, you start out hating every one of your drawings, then you hate some of your drawings, and now you even begin to like some of your drawings, and then and only then after that you begin to like drawings that aren't the best. And now we have a new drawing. Like, so you get to liking the stuff, like nearly everything. Not everything, but most of it. That's the place he's trying to get you to. Hey, we're back. We just did one drawing. I just did one drawing, and now I'm back with another, or to do another, because this video is gonna be hella long. Probably because I got 10 drawings to do or something like that. Or 9, or I don't remember how much it was. But this video is gonna be really long, and like, I want to make longer videos. I think I've said that before even. But like the videos I want to make are like an hour or something. That's hard to do without people getting bored. And I think like an hour is a monumental amount of time to use on YouTube. But then like, you see screen time, like you see your friends' screen time, or just anybody really, like, and then they have more like than 6 hours or something on YouTube or on Instagram or whatever these whatever platform they're using, and they have like 6 hours or 10 hours like a day on these things. And it's like, okay, but can you remember everything? Can you remember anything you watched? I think that's a really creepy feeling, because like it's not even just like they choose to forget. They can't remember the whatever they just watched. That's like, it's pretty sick. It doesn't really it's not a nice thing. I don't know how to put it, because it's their own choice, and it's nobody's forcing them to like use so much time, and it's their own free time, and they can do whatever they want, and they should do whatever they want. And if they want to watch YouTube for 10 hours a day or whatever, they definitely should. That's their problem, not mine. But I still think, like, for most people, I don't think that's healthy. And of course, you shouldn't like just like pull your life together and say that's healthy, that's not healthy, this and this and that. Like, that's not how it should work. But you should definitely be conscious about your habits, even if they're bad or not good or not perfect. You like, and what's a good habit? Like, it also like depends on what type of person you are, what you think is important. Like, somebody who is obsessed with making money might say like using being at your job for 10 to 12 hours a day just to make more money is important to him or her. But maybe a person who values family more might think that's stupid. Spending time away from your family just to make an imaginary number on an imaginary account go up. And of course, not that you don't need money. Like, we all need money. It's how the world works. It's this system where, like, you can't do anything without it, and you have to do everything to get it, which is pretty sick. And not in a sick ass cool way, like a sick ass as not nice. Like, it's sickening that we have to put ourselves through. Like, not that working is bad, because working is good and it's very good for you, I think. I'll say, like, of course you have to work as much as you want, but not overwork yourself. But you shouldn't also like just be jobless, sit around, because like, you need to do something. It could be art, it could be music, it could be going for a long walk, it could be whatever. Just the act of doing something is important, I think, compared to like and not just doing something, like doing something you want. Like, if you want to do this or that, you should do it. But you shouldn't do anything just because like another person says, "Oh, you should definitely do this. You should definitely do that," and then like you don't want to, then don't. Like, you shouldn't waste your life doing things you don't want to do for other people to like you. Like, if you feel like you have to do things you don't want to do to get to be around your friends, then they're not your friends. Like, if you can't be yourself around anybody, you need new people, man, or woman, person. And it may be like hard and a not nice thing to say and easier said than done, and it definitely is. Like, we all hang around with some people, have or still do hang around with some people who like influence us in a bad way, and that's also natural. Like, most people aren't all bad, and that's, like, most people are only doing a few things wrong or a few things that are not nice, and that means like you don't see them as a whole like a bad thing or a good thing either. They have this gray area of existing in your mind, which means like they're not good, but they're not bad. They're like in between the meanings and the consciousness of your. They're in between the space of good and bad in your consciousness, and that's like, for them, that's a good thing, because that makes like they can still act the way they want to do, like the way they act, which could be problematic or annoying or hurtful towards others. Maybe not even yourself. Like, you just see that, oh, my friend is bullying or taunting this guy, and I don't really want to be a part of it. I think it's stupid, and I don't want to waste my time on it because it's not right. You still put him as friend because he's not mean to you, like he or her or whatever. Yeah, you should take this as person. I'm just saying he because I have mostly guy friends. Um, but like you need to realize that you have free will. I know that sounds really stupid. Like, of course I have free will, but I forget it sometimes. Actually, like sometimes I forget it. I forget the need or the reason. Like I can do whatever I want. Like I forget it, and like you should do whatever you want. You should focus on focus on yourself, but not in a disrespectful way or in a harmful way towards others. Like if it only affects you, then it's okay. But but it's the least things that affects only yourself. Like most things affect others as well, and that things will do that. Like you can't expect your actions not to have consequences, and that may not be nice to think about. Like, oh, what will happen if I do this or say that? But like sometimes you have to think like that to grow as a person. And I'm still young. I'm still young and stupid, so I'm not anywhere near done with trying to become a better person. I think, or trying to grow into somebody I want to be. There's still much to do, and there'll always be more to do on a journey like of self discovery and journey of like becoming an adult or just a person in general. Like, of course, you're still a person, but a person that has influence in society and on people and on other people's lives than his own or her own. It's a funny thing, really. I can't explain. I'm not really smart enough to explain it, or maybe I am. I don't really know, and I don't really care. Like also this thing of like objectifying people into smart and stupid. That's dumb. That's just stupid. Like it's like the thing with IQ. What's your IQ score? How high is your IQ? I don't think you can measure IQ as the definition of being smart because, like, yeah, you may be smart in this field, but that doesn't mean you're smart everywhere else. Like, your own personal interests has effect on, like, if you're seen as smart or if you're just clever. Like, your grades in school, that's not real. It's an imaginary number. It's which is pushed upon you by a schooling system. Like that's a bit like, of course you should try to get good grades and you should be good in school because like yeah, we probably all gonna need a job one day. I don't really know if I want a job, but this is probably a necessary thing. It would definitely is. Like also just growing up, like becoming a like I'm becoming 18 soon. Actually, I don't know. I probably won't be 18 when this video comes out, but I'll be very close. Either I will be or I will be very, very close to becoming 18 when this video is out, like when it gets put out. And that's also a weird thing, like being so close to being a grown up and literally also just being so far away because I'm not a grown up. I've not grown up completely. I'm still a boy who's gotten a bit older. Like there's no reason to think like, oh, I'm so old and I'm so smart and clever and I'm 18 years old. Like I don't think like just turning 18 makes you a grown up. Like it makes you legally a grown up, and you're definitely smarter than a 15-year-old. Which I'll give you that, but you know, most people aren't so smart when they're 15. So like it's not really a big accomplishment. Like I'm I'm not a genius, but I try not to be an idiot or a fool. Like I try to stay somewhere in the middle, just existing. Like of course you're gonna know more about your interests and stuff. Like if you're interested in trains or planes or muscle gains, like it doesn't really matter because you're gonna be smarter in the subjects or the things that you enjoy. Like that's natural. That makes sense. Like why would you be an expert in something you don't like to do or don't like to watch or don't like to create or consume or whatever you do with your special interest? Like, but I'm not even like smart in art, in the art history and stuff. I watch documentaries because I like the art that the artists make, but I don't really care for them personally. I think they're probably really they would probably be really cool people. You know, I never met them, so I can't know. And that's also like a thing, like meeting your heroes or like never meet your heroes in real life. I, I think a lot about that actually. Like how can how people put on a persona, like when they're a celebrity or an actor or whatever they are, like rich or something. Of course, they put on a persona because they want to be public perceived, what the public perceive them as. Also has effect on their wealth and their opportunities in life. Like if people suddenly stopped liking Brad Pitt or any other established actor, they wouldn't probably get any jobs. Like that's how that works for actors. So they have to put on this persona of every actor being nice. And there's a lot of popular actors. I don't think every one of them is nice. And of course, they aren't all nice. They're human. Like they can't be nice all the time. They can't be this persona they've created. And like even like normal people can't be this persona they've created. And I think that's okay. You being forced to put on an act would probably be difficult. And of course, I also like I swear a lot less on YouTube than I do in real life. That's just because like the not to seem nicer, like it doesn't really like that. Like probably also works in that way, even if that's not why I'm doing it. Like I'm mostly doing it because YouTube has some strict rules about stuff like that, and I don't really want to offend YouTube because they're my they're not my employer, but I hope they'll I can get to getting ads soon, and not really because I want the money. Like yeah, of course I want money, but just so I can focus on doing this rather than you know having to get a job. And it's not that I don't want a job. I've had jobs. My last job was 2 years, or nearly 2 years. It was 1 year and 10 months, and I worked a lot, and I was very happy working there. But my contract was up, is up, which is it's crazy. It's all right. There's not really anything I can do, and there isn't anything I want to do either. I think like And there is another drawing. And there, it's done. Oh my god, we are so back, and we just did 2 drawings. So this number 3, which is also pretty cool, that I've done 3 drawings already, or 2 drawings already, and I'm just continuing to make. But that's the thing, because I think these ones are so therapeutic, like therapeutic, that's a word. Like, this is so it's a nice, relaxing way to do it, because I create these pictures so quickly. I was like, there's no reason to not make a longer video. And I was like, what about view retention? I realized, like, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter, because, like, if the video is, if it's longer and it's more about what I want to create and I want a video to be, then there's no reason a video should be 5 minutes long. Like, I think, of course, if it's a really small thing, like you just need to get out, then you could probably do a 10-minute video. But you shouldn't. Like, or 10 minutes, I meant 5 minutes. Like, you can, and that, I think that's good reason for some people to do it, because like retention rates have definitely just been going down since TikTok, and I think that's all right. Like, that's not really my doing. I can't do anything about it. You can edit the video like crazy and like make people's retention go up that way, but like, if people don't realize they've watched for 10 minutes, then they, like, then either they're really immersed, or they're just being basically cyber hacked. They're being forced to not realize it. And I think it's leaning more over to the being forced to like it when it's so quick they don't realize that they're editing. Like, it's there's so many crazy things. This dude, I don't really know what his name is. I don't really name my things. I probably also need to get on the naming game. It's like most of these creatures I'm naming, or creatures, or people, or whatever they are I'm drawing, well, they're all people. That's what I'm gonna say. They're all people. They just don't look the same, any of them. You get a little nose hair. That's also an interesting thing, like not being the same and not having the same interests. That's a there was some paint that just fell down. I think, like, the human mind is like, we're crazy built on connection and people having the same interests. Like that's why you group up with people who like the same thing as you, or close to the same thing as you. And that makes sense, because you want to hang out with people who have the same interests and same struggles as you. And I think that's a nature thing, not really a nurture thing. Like, also nature versus nurture, like how much is the environment you're in, and how much is just natural. like that was gonna happen either way. Because like I'm seeing like is that nature, or is that because somebody told him or her to act like that? Is that just their natural personality, or are they forcing something? Like, and also, am I forcing something? Are other people forcing something? Something they don't quite understand, or something that they don't quite realize because they probably have forced this personality for so long. Like they can't really even explain it. And that I think that's a weird thing, like a weird concept. Because like how much was only gonna happen because you were born in this country, in this place with these parents? Like how much would have happened if you like weren't born here, were born in a different culture? How much is also culture? Like what's, of course you have traditions and stuff that's maybe more family, but that's still like a part of your culture. And that's also like a bit crazy. Because how can something like doing something it can stay in tradition like that? That's a really weird thing to me. Like how can something my grandpa did still like at Christmas or something still be done? Like we still do the same or try to do it nearly the same way. I don't really know how many years later. Same with like just these just things like a crazy thing, and I don't really understand it because like how would like is this an unnecessary to change? Like how isn't there it's necessary to change? Like I want to change from the traditional, and most people do in some way. There's also some things I like and enjoy. And that probably has something to do with how I grew up and where I grew up. Like I grew up in the countryside, and I still am here on a farm, and that's like where I grew up. But my parents aren't really. They are traditional, of course, in the traditional like mother, father, me, little brother type of family. Danish. It's called like a seed family. Like that's the direct translation. Like being like this, it's nice. It's good. I respect it and I love it and I appreciate it. Like this is where I come from, but I was never really forced to be like anything I didn't want to. Like I could wear the clothes I want if I could find any place to get them. I can be who I want to be, and I really appreciate that from my mostly from my mother. My father, he's also like supportive. He does whatever my mom does, really, as most dads probably do. But like as a young adult, as a person who can legally vote and all this, not stupid crap, but all these random things I can do very soon or can already, depending on when this video comes out. Like I don't know if it comes out after or before my birthday. But there's a lot of weird things I'm allowed to do as a 18-year-old. Like even in my country, like the age of consent in my country is 15, which like is a bit weird when you think about it. When you think about how stupid and how many stupid things 15-year-olds do, and then it's like, well, they're probably gonna do stupid things anyway. So like that also means like if you commit a crime as a 15-year-old in Denmark, you get sentenced actually. Like you won't get jail, but you'll definitely get yeah, either if it's bad enough crime, they'll wait till you're 18, then you get sentenced. But if it's like a minor offense or something, like you just get a slap on the wrist, of course, like darn darn, no, never again. But you still will get problems in life from doing dumb things as a 15-year-old. I think that's fair, but like, and like even so, like most 15-year-olds aren't really that grown up, like aren't really that smart. I don't even feel smart right now, and I'm 18. Like I'm supposed to be an adult, or soon to be, or whatever time this video gets up. Um, which means like I don't know if I should be smarter or should be smarter. I don't really think I should be anything. But like also just society trying to control what young people do. Like I have to do this. You have to be like this. Like no, I don't. I don't have to be anything like you or anything like the people in charge. Like I think things can change, and I think things should change. Not really for any reason, but change is necessary for growth. Like I don't think a society or a culture can grow without new people and new ideas and new art, of course. Like also just being an artist. Like I realized a lot from my exhibition or my newest exhibition that I I'm not really good at handling praise yet. Like I'm fine with handling praise about oh you look good today or your hair sits nice today, but I don't have hair usually, so anything like that, the normal compliments you get randomly, and they don't really mean anything because they're like shallow, empty. But like when I get complimented on my art and my creative endeavors, I get all red and I get all awkward, and I think that's because it means a lot to me, instead of like something that's like, yeah, all right, thank you. Like this art thing really means the world to me. This is my passion. Like it's not even a hobby anymore. Like it's a full blown lifestyle. I think, and I think I'll continue this lifestyle forever. Well, I can't stop. Like I can never stop drawing or painting. I will never do that. There will never be a week or a day or anything where I won't paint or draw or do anything other creative. Like I can't. I'm still like drawing on my school notes or drawing on my homework, or literally unfocusing because I'm drawing on a table. That's probably not the best habit, but I can't help it. I just love drawing and painting and express myself. It's like freedom because I don't think. Like I just turn off my brain, and I think that's a thing more people could enjoy, or definitely would enjoy. And there's no reason they shouldn't. They shouldn't enjoy painting. They don't. You don't even have to be good. Like what does it mean to be good anyway at drawing? Like something's pretty. What that's subjective. Like subjective art. Art is always subjective and it will continue to be forever. Which I think is a good thing, because if there's only one standard, then the same two boring people would sit at the top forever. And I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. I think the standard of what is cool and what is nice should always be changing, especially in a creative field, even if it's art or music or whatever it is people are creating at that time. Yeah, it's number 3. Or there's even more. This is number 4. Yes, like if you've watched this video so far, I just want to start out with that because now this is a really long video, and like I hope my videos will begin to attract more people who want to watch longer videos, like, because I myself, I don't hate short videos. I think short videos has their place, but there's never enough. There's never enough content sometimes. Like if a video is good or interesting, I kind of want to be longer. I love documentaries. I love movies. I love like the use of time in media. Like this thing takes long. It's a long series. It's a long, and of course, it only works if something's good. So I hope people like this. If they don't, well, then they don't. Like if they don't like it, then they don't really. And I think that's up to them. But I hope people like the stuff I make. Because if they don't, well, that will be quite sad for me. But it's all right. Like the right people will come. They will get recommended the videos, and they will see them, and they will be hopefully happy about what I produce. And this was a really weird mouth. Have you ever like felt like that some people have interesting, not interesting, but like interesting face, or interesting look about them? Like they have these like they just want you to make a painting of them, of course, because they have just exaggerated features. Like it doesn't have to be beautiful, it doesn't have to be ugly either. Like it could be both. Like creativity, I think like inspiration and creativity comes from both ugly things and both beautiful things. Like not in terms of people, but like maybe you get inspired by this ugly bush in the street that's growing out of the concrete, or these beautiful flowers growing in like a beautiful flower pot, which is handmade by some ceramics artist in God knows where. Like I think the reason something is beautiful or ugly, like I don't think it's ever 100% determined by one thing. Like even just the idea of having something that's ugly and something that's not, it's a bit crazy. Because again, like art, it's subjective. Somebody might like one thing, and somebody might hate that thing. Somebody might like art where the color red is used. Somebody might hate the color red. And I think that's the same with people. Some might like long hair, some like short hair, somebody does this, somebody likes that, somebody don't. It's always ever changing from individual to individual. And that's a cool thing, because like somebody might like all my paintings and drawings. Some might like some, and some might hate everything I create. And if to people who hate everything I create, please don't. That would be very mean. But you can do whatever you want. I'm not really here to force you to do anything. There isn't really like should there be rhyme or reason to anything? I don't think so. Now he has or this person has some teeth. Like, I don't really have any more things to talk about, and I don't really think I have anyway, or at any time. Like, I think I just ramble a bit about random things in my life or random things that are going on. This time I just did it live, or live and live. I did it whilst I was drawing. At the same time I was drawing these, which I think it's a funny way, because like I only got this idea because I watched this David Cho video where he did painting hair. I was like, hey, that's cool. And I didn't want to completely copy him. That would be boring, and that would be copying Bob Ross and other great artists who do tutorials. And I don't do tutorials, and I don't think I'm gonna, just because I don't even know what I'm doing most of the time. Like, of course, I know I'm drawing and what I do, but I don't really know how to put it into words. Like, make a line here, but where is here? And what if this person thinks it would be better if I make a line on the exact opposite corner of the page? So I also think, like, I think art tutorials aren't really for me either. Like, I'm not gonna make them, and I don't really watch them, because I want to create my own. Of course, though, getting inspired and having someone explain how something is done is really amazing. Like, it's an amazing skill to have, but also like just to observe. Like, the pens are running out a bit, but that's okay. That's okay. It's really fine. This humanoid is also pretty crazy looking. Like, this won't be the last for today, but I've actually done all these 4 drawings in like the same span. I just changed out the drawing. That's really the difference. Which means, like, if you watched this far, then you can see how much time I've just spent on drawing 4 drawings and talking. And like, I sometimes get to think about my retention rate, and I'm like, But if I just make a longer video, I think people who enjoy my content will enjoy it more, depending on people who don't. Like, their actions and mind doesn't really concern me, because I don't care. Well, I do care. I like. I'm definitely enjoy getting views and getting more views than zero. Anybody does, really. I think that doesn't have to do. And as you can see, I'm also always trying new things, even though I have the same tools. I love doing gradients of gray and then black, and then some places are darker, some places are lighter. I'm mostly like, yeah, I think this guy is about to be completely done. Like, I can't really can't really explain any of them. They're just created because I wanted to. I don't know, if you're an artist, like, do you also just get your best inspiration too late at night? Like, I'm laying there, it's like 3 in the morning or 3 in the night, like 3 a.m. or whatever, and I'm like, just damn, that's a great idea. I should definitely go down doing it. Like, on my last painting, I literally got a great idea, and I did that like at what was it, like it was like 1 a.m. like, and like, oh, that's not so late. Well, no, it really isn't. But if you have school the next day, it's probably not the smartest thing to do to sit and paint at 1 a.m. But that's what I did because I wanted to. No, so I felt like I had to get it finished. I really didn't. I didn't. Like, I didn't really need to. But in some places I did, and I'm happy I did. Because I actually ended up getting quite proud of it, even though I struggled so much on it. And I don't even think it was a struggle that made me proud of it, that I just got through it, because I didn't really paint what I ended up envisioning first. I just ended up going with the flow and creating something, I don't want to say magical, but something different. Something that I wanted to create also. That's also like a thing, like creating in general is a weird concept, it's a weird thing. And I love doing it, but I don't really quite understand it. We gotta make this fast because it's the last, which means I can't do any. I can't. I can film for 15 minutes, which means I need to be, well, I don't need to be necessarily quick, but I can't be slow either. So I'll just start with a face. I also got some oil paint on this pen here, and I think that's all right. Like, there's nothing to do really. I shouldn't also be doing it. I don't have to be doing anything every time with so much mixed pens. Of course, you realize these look a lot like each other at probably even before the end. Like, these this is my style. Of course it is. Like, that's how I paint and how I draw. But I can't believe that that if anybody is watching this far, like just you who are watching, you're a really, really nice person. And you're a champ. You're a champion. You're a legend. And you're also really, really cool. Like, because, like, if you're watching this far, then that means there's a reason to make longer videos. Not only because I want to, and like, every type of content is actually thriving. That's like the thing. Like, it's just good content. It's thriving. Which is like, I'm starting to grow, and I've gotten kind of these 10-minute, 7-8 minute videos. I'm like, but I want to do more. And then you're like, what? You want to do more? You want to do longer? But it's a long video altogether. Yes, but I know it's a long video. And I like the videos to be long. Like, it's a part of the. Well, he'll just be bald, this guy. It's a part of the thing. Like, it's a part of the art. It's like it's gonna be like a movie. Like, I'll probably stop calling them videos, because it's more like it's gonna get closer to a movie every time. And I hope you guys like more real real drawing, like real time like I probably won't be doing this with painting. Like I can, but it just doesn't really make a like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do so. But for you guys, I will do everything. So if you want to see a whole painting being created, then like the live aspect of it, I probably just won't be talking over it, because like that's like a long process. And it's not that I enjoy the long process. But like even just this, like it actually takes hella time. And it worked out fine today because I have a lot of time. Like if I didn't have time, what would I do then? Like that's also like a thing. Oh, he got a nosebleed. Sometimes I forget you can't read my mind. Like sometimes I think about crazy things in my head, and I'm like, oh yeah, I probably need to talk. But also like, I think if you're watching this far, you don't really, you probably just enjoy it at that point. Like sit down, get your popcorn, and enjoy. And I hope that's what people are doing to my videos, or will be doing. You don't need popcorn. You know what I mean. Like sitting down and enjoying what I create. Because like I'll always enjoy what I create, like on my own. But I really want other people to enjoy it as well. Like that would be cool. Yeah, I think it's done. I think that's the last for the video. So I just want to get out the pieces. One, these two, and that one, and this one, and the very first one. Like they all changed somewhat. I I really enjoyed making this video actually. So I want to say thank you very much to everybody who's watching right now. Like you guys, or just you. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great life. Thank you for watching.